I'm not threatening you. Say one more word, and that's 30 days. 30 days.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Sovereign Citizens Hall of Fame with your man TP. Today, we are walking into number 238 on our compilation list. For this compilation, we will be in 3 different courtrooms. Before I give you those courtroom names or the judges' names of those courtrooms, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, commentary will be in these proceedings, and also chapters will be added for your convenience. Now, the first judge courtroom we will be in is Judge Jeffrey Klaperak out of the state of Michigan. Second, we will be in the courtroom of Judge Raeigen Evans, also out of the state of Michigan. And FYI, the sovereign citizen that is going to be in Jeffrey Klaperak's courtroom, Judge Klaperak's courtroom, is also going to be in Judge Evans' courtroom. So you're going to have 2 doses of this particular sovereign citizen by the name of Carlos Durham. Definitely a piece of work. Definitely think he knows better than the court. So I'm sure you guys are going to have a lot to say about that. And last but not least, we will be in the courtroom of Judge Joseph Lee out of the state of Kansas. Nothing else left to be said, guys. Let's go ahead and jump into 238.
Name, sir?
My name is Carlos Lorenzo of the family Durham.
Thank you, Mr. Durham, for your patience, sir. And on these matters, the court is scheduling a pretrial February 14th, and this is in regard to case B124582121. August 25th, 2021, no dog license, same date, time, and location for B124582221, August 25th, 2021, failed to vaccinate dog against rabies and or provide proof of vaccination. 3 additional matters, one at a time. State your full name, Mr. Durham.
Lorenzo of the family Durham.
Sure.
I'm asking Mr. Durham for reading understands his constitutional rights and
For waive formal reading under a plea of not guilty. Mr. Durham, the court scheduling a pretrial date on this matter via Zoom. You must attend February the 27th, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Bryant. Understood?
I hear you.
And this is a very serious non-assaultive allegation, Mr. Durham, and the court has concerns that you missed a court date on this matter, as well as 2 other matters that we're about to handle. And your capious history, Mr. Durham, tells the court you do not listen to the court as ordered to appear, and that's concerning where if the court were to release you on another personal bond, sir, you treat it as you have in the past and disregard court's orders and simply not appear. And that's unacceptable, Mr. Durham. You must appear as ordered. So the court, based on your capious history, take into consideration the information presented by counsel, including that limit to employment status as relates to the ability to post bond, the nature of the charge, as well as the information alleged in the investigator's report, is setting, based on your capious history, is going to continue the bond set by Judge Bryant of 110%. Is that an affordable bond?
it's not.
Okay, so on that matter, the court is setting an unaffordable bond redetermination hearing. During this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon, and you are not to drive any motor vehicle unless you have a valid driver's license. Is that understood?
Drive, Your Honor. I travel. I'm not driving ever again in life. I travel, so I don't need a license to travel.
There's no traveling behind a motor vehicle. I'm not arguing with you, Mr. Durham. Excuse me?
I've already read the Supreme Court case law. I have a right to travel, sir.
Okay, well, I have a right to impose bond and conditions of bond, Mr. Durham, and I'm telling you, whether you call it traveling or driving, there's to be none of that behind a motor vehicle. You're not to travel if you're operating a motor vehicle or drive. No driving or operating of a motor vehicle, regardless of what you call it. Understood, Mr. Durham? No driving or traveling if you're the operator. Is that clear? And you're not to leave the state of Michigan. And that's no driving, period. That's regardless of your license status. There's to be absolutely no driving. Or traveling. Okay, I said no traveling either.
Driving is up.
No traveling. Just put that as a bond. No traveling.
So that means I can't even go to court if I can't travel. I can't leave my house.
It's via Zoom. It's via Zoom. It's via Zoom. No traveling. The court dates are via Zoom. No traveling unless court ordered.
That's a violation of my rights. And I will appeal this in a higher court.
Did you want to address this traveling? counsel?
I'm sorry.
Did you want to address his argument that he can't, that he can travel?
He's going to comply with court orders.
And that means no driving and no traveling. Is that correct, counsel? No traveling unless court ordered. Yes, I can't leave the state of Michigan, and he cannot. Would he drive or travel? Which my understanding is him operating any motor vehicles. That understood? Thank you. Okay, Mr. Durham, this is a very serious allegations. Again, you have a capious history on this matter. The bond was set by the judge when you failed to appear. You have a number of capious histories on this matter. It looks like you were originally given a personal bond, then you failed to appear on about September 1st of 2022, given a 10,000 cash surety, and then you failed to appear again December 14th of 2022, and then a judge will give you another 10,000 cash surety. I, as a magistrate, as counsel stated, have no. One moment, I'll let you address the court. One moment, Mr. Durham. Have no authority to amend the capious bond as set by the judge for your failure to appear. So for that reason, the bond is going to be continued as set by the judge of December 14, 2022 in the amount of $10,000 cash surety. During this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. No driving, no traveling unless court ordered. You will be fit with the GPS tether under house arrest if you're able to make bond, and no use of any alcohol or illegal controlled substance. Is there anything further, counsel?
I would respectfully ask the court to reconsider the GPS tether, Your Honor.
He's missed court in every matter before the court this morning, so no.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, I haven't.
Anything?
I done came to court a couple times on Zoom, on a tether. I done been to court.
But not all of the times it does not appear, Mr. Durham. It looks like you missed court more than once on that matter that we just handled. Anything else on that matter, counsel?
On account of the county jail. I missed court on account of the county jail. They wouldn't take me to court. I missed court because of the county jail would not take me to court. That's not my fault.
And Mr. Durham, the court has the same concerns, sir, that you've had a capious on this matter as well as the matters before the court previously, and that demonstrates to the court that you failed to appear as ordered, and that's concerning regarding your intention to appear and handle this matter. It looks like you're on a personal bond by the Honorable Magistrate Ramsey Heath, where you failed to appear on or about December 14, 2022, and a bond was issued at 10,000 cash surety. I, as a magistrate, have no authority to change that bond as set by the judge. So the bond is going to be continued, taking into consideration any employment status presented by counsel as it relates to ability to post bond, as well as your capious history. During this bond, no use of alcohol, no illegal controlled substance. You're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. If you're able to make bond, you will be under house arrest, fit with a GPS tether prior to release. There's to be no driving and no traveling unless court ordered. Okay, any questions or statements, Mr. Durham? You are being recorded. Anything you say can and will be used against you. And on that matter as well, you're getting an unaffordable bond redetermination hearing on January the 19th, 2023. Judge Sabri at the 36th District Court via Zoom. Do you have any questions or statements, Mr. Durham?
Yes, I do. This question is to
Go
you,
ahead.
the magistrate. Are you honoring your oath to the court?
Before you say anything,
This is your turn.
everything you say right now kind of will be live. We're on YouTube. Please do not say anything right here. I don't like to actually, because I try to protect you, okay?
That was your attorney speaking and giving you advice.
Are you honoring your oath, sir?
I don't know what type of question that is, Mr. Durham. Do you have your counsel has indicated you have a right to remain?
Now you don't know what it means. You took an oath to uphold the Constitution, didn't you? Are you honoring
I don't
your
know
oath?
what the purpose. I don't know what the purpose. I'm not here to answer your questions. I can tell you that, Mr. Durham, as far as regarding questions that don't have anything to do with the arraignment. I'm not here to just answer random general questions that have nothing to do with your arraignment, Mr. Durham. So if you have any questions regarding your court date, you can please let me know.
I want to know who you are. You won't tell me your name. You won't tell me if you're bonded. You're a public official. Are you bonded?
Mr. Durham, I'm not going through. Mr. Durham, I'm not going through that. The nature of my employment.
You got to give me your bonding information, name, address, and your policy number so I can make sure you're adequately insured. Just in case you want to violate my rights, I got to make sure you're adequately insured. Are you a public official and are you insured?
My name is Chief Magistrate Wilfred Klaperak. I've answered that question regarding binding, Mr. Durham. That's not something that's going to be addressed today.
So you're not going to put that on the record?
I'm just not entertaining a question that makes no sense during the arraignment, sir.
It makes no sense to ask you if you're bond and what's your bonding information.
If that makes you happy,
sense.
Mr. Durham. I'm bonded if that makes you happy, Mr. Durham. I do have a valid as indicated by statute. Mr. Durham, I'm not getting back and forth. Counsel, do you have anything further with Mr. Durham?
Number of the bonding company. Can I have any of that so I can contact them? I got to be able to contact them.
No, Mr. Durham, I'm not. I gave you, I let you know I was bonded. My name is Chief Magistrate Klaperak at the 36th District Court. That's the information. Okay, Counsel, we can try anything further. Mr. Durham, I've said more than once, we're not going through that here today on the record. So, Mr. Durham, do you have any questions about your arraignment or court date? Otherwise, we're through with the arraignment. Counsel, do you have anything further?
To give me the name of the bonding company.
Unless you have anything else, Mr. Durham, we're through with the arraignment.
Amazing.
Well, guys, we've come to the end of this proceeding. And even though I don't have a whole lot of commentary on this one, I will say Judge Jeffrey Klaperak definitely handled this situation well with Mr. Carlos Durham. What started out to just be a failure to vaccinate a dog, it turned into a whole driving and traveling thing to where the judge had to say, listen, you know, with the stipulations that I've given you, I don't want you behind the wheel, no matter how you define it. And we see Mr. Durham, when he got tired of that, he went into the whole, you know, you need to tell me your name and your address so I can make sure that you're the one that should be proceeding over this case. All of these, you know, all of the different tactics sometimes that we see with some of the sovereign citizens. And to me, there was a couple times you saw where Mr. Durham was giggling and kind of laughing. So he's definitely getting a kick out of it. He knows what he's doing, which, you know, I can say that about most of the sovereign citizens we see, but some genuinely do believe the arguments they have, and some they're just, you know, using it to prolong things and just cause trouble. And that's what I kind of felt from this situation here. But with that being said, if we get any more coverage on Mr. Durham, I will definitely post it up. Thank you guys for joining me as well. Thank you for all the subscribing, the comments, super thanks, whatever it is that you've done for this channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And with that being said, guys, this is Sovereign Citizens Hall of Fame. And for now, Sovereign Citizen Court is adjourned. See you guys soon. God bless.
36th District Court is back in session with the Honorable Raeigen Evans presiding. While court's in session, there's no reading, walking, talking, driving, eating, smoking. When your name is called, please give your full and undivided attention to the court. Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, good morning. This is the People versus Carlos Durham. Ticket number 20397-842. Count 1, drove by license not valid or improper license. Ticket number SP115463. Count 1, drove by license not valid or improper license. And it looks like we're here for a review on ticket number U40128517. The conviction is disorderly conduct. Good morning. Please say your name to the record.
I'm here, Your Honor. My name is Carlos. My name is Carlos of the Durham family, and I'm here as executor of the estate named in this matter and beneficiary. And I appoint you, the judge, as trustee. My name is Carlos. My name is Carlos of the Durham family, and I'm here as executor of the estate named in this matter and beneficiary. And I appoint you, the judge, as trustee to dismiss this matter.
You can't appoint me as a trustee. I'm not the trustee on this matter. I'm the judge of this matter. And we're not dealing with any beneficiaries or any of that. You're dealing with the defendant. And it's my understanding that you are Carlos Durham and you're the defendant in this matter.
Do I have a right to subrogation? Does the prosecutor give me the right to subrogation? Do I have a right to subrogation?
I don't even know what that is. What's subrogation?
I require subrogation.
What is that?
You don't know what subrogation is, Your Honor?
I don't.
Okay. Are these proceedings being recorded?
They are.
Is your bond and oath of office valid, current, up to date, and still in effect?
I'm an active member of the bar.
For the record, please present your bond and oath of office to the court. The prosecution bonded for this matter.
The prosecutor is not present right now, Mr. Durham, but I don't have to do that. So
I'm here at special appearance, and I'm here for the purposes of demurrer. All rights reserved under my full God-given name, Carlos Lorenzo Durham, as indicated by this birth certificate.
Mr.
Right
Durham,
here.
Mr. Durham,
I am also the sole beneficiary for this legal entity.
Mr. Durham, everything that you're stating does not apply to this court, sir.
So the Supreme Court and the Constitution doesn't apply to this court? What jurisdiction is this court operating under? Common law or admiralty jurisdiction? Because those are the only two jurisdictions that's mentioned in the Constitution. Which jurisdiction is this court operating under?
Either. We're operating under state law. And the
so
law
it's operating under statutory? Is it operating under statutory jurisdiction, Judge? Because if it is, I need to know the rules and procedures for statutory so I can defend myself. Could you tell me where I can find a copy of that?
Mr. Durham, we're operating under the law of the city. These are city ordinances, and these are misdemeanors.
Those are not laws, ma'am. I'm American State National, ma'am.
Mr. Durham, these are your options today. This is, one is already set for a review because it looks like you already made admissions. It looks like you pled guilty to one charge.
I didn't plead guilty to nothing. I didn't plead guilty to nothing, ma'am. I didn't plead guilty to nothing, ma'am. A judge was operating.
Mr. Durham.
I didn't plead guilty to nothing, ma'am.
Mr. Durham, how this can work, we both can't talk at the same time. So you need to be respectful and let me say what I need to say. I've let you say what you needed to say. So you need to let the court speak now. So you've already pled guilty, sir, in 2017. Or no, your plea date actually was October 4th, it looks like. And you were charged with offer to engage the services of another for an act of prostitution. It was amended to disorderly conduct. And so we're here for a review on that matter. We have two charges of drove while license not valid or improper license. The offense date is October 18, 2020. And then there's another drove while license not valid or improper license charge with the offense date of January 14, 2021. Now, today, you can either set these for, they're already set for a pretrial. So you can set this for a trial, which it could be a bench trial, where the court, meaning the judge, myself, would decide if you're guilty or not of these offenses, or you can set it for a jury trial. Those are your options, sir.
So my option today is not to challenge jurisdiction, because when jurisdiction is challenged, everything must stop and jurisdiction must be presented. You must prove your jurisdiction right now. Everything must stop and you must prove your jurisdiction right now.
You're incorrect, sir. I don't have
Ma'am, I'm incorrect. Your oath of office says you're supposed to uphold the Constitution and all laws pursuant. The Constitution says I have rights, and you're not giving me, you're violating my rights by not telling me what jurisdiction we're operating under. Prove your jurisdiction, ma'am.
I'm not violating your rights, Mr. Durham.
Prove your jurisdiction, ma'am.
I don't have to prove my jurisdiction.
So yes, you do, because jurisdiction, when it has to be proven, must be proven. If you're exerting authority over me, you must prove your authority. Prove your jurisdiction, ma'am.
Mr. Durham, what we'll do is we'll set this for a jury trial. And so I
want a jury of my peers. I'm an American State National, so I get 6 American State Nationals as my jury. I need the prosecution to send me my right to subrogation in writing. I need your oath of office and your bonding information so I can make sure you are who you say you are and who you claim to be and what your duties and responsibilities are. All public officials must be bonded. I need all of y'all for full disclosure. Am I getting full disclosure right now, ma'am? I need full disclosure before I can make any decisions.
I've told you all that. So
No, you did not tell me all that. I need the name and the address of your bonding company and your policy number to make sure your oath of office is current. I need all of that.
That doesn't apply here, Mr. Durham.
Really now? The law doesn't apply to you. You're above the law is what you're saying.
So I'm going to set this for a jury trial, sir. What I'll do is, do you want to retain your own attorney or are you going to represent yourself?
Ma'am, I'm only here for the one purpose of subrogation. Nobody has given me nothing what I asked for, but you keep trying to force yourself on me.
I'm not forcing anything. You're here for something that doesn't apply to this court, Mr. Durham. If you're here for
so why don't you dismiss the case? Because I was not driving, I was traveling, ma'am.
As a defendant, you're not here as a
no, I'm not here as a defendant, ma'am.
Beneficiary.
I'm here as a beneficiary, ma'am.
You can't come. You cannot come here and tell me how it's going to work. That is not how it goes.
So I need full disclosure. Am I getting full disclosure?
Absolutely.
Yes or no?
Yes.
What jurisdiction is this court operating under? Common law or admiralty jurisdiction? Which jurisdiction is this court operating under? Statutory jurisdiction?
The jurisdiction of the city of Detroit.
Is that statutory? Is that statutory? Because the city of Detroit don't get to overrule the Supreme Court or the Constitution. And it says if it tries to do that, everything you do is null and void. The Constitution overrules the law of the land, and that's what I'm under.
In order to be heard by the Supreme Court, Mr. Durham, you have to first go through the district court. And
no, ma'am, that's not true. That's not true, ma'am.
Agree with it, then you can appeal it. But as of now,
I asked to see the lawyer's bond. I asked to see the attorney's bond. I asked to see the contract you have, so I can.
Do you want to retain your own counsel, Mr. Durham? He's muted. We'll just it just looks like that you're supposed to pay the fine of $50. So we'll just have you pay that on the next day by the next time you come back, which will be January 17th. So you need to pay the $50 by January 17th. And 8:35, which is your next court date. And then your jury trial date is February 7th at 1:35. All right, so you are all set, Mr. Durham.
Mr. Durham is saying something, but he's still muted.
Mr. Durham, you are muted, sir. I don't know if you know how to unmute yourself. It's the bottom left-hand corner.
I object to these proceedings.
Your objection is noted, Mr. Durham. So you got your jury trial date, and then you have your pre-trial date, the final pre-trial.
Okay, when is the prosecution going to send me all the evidence, including the witness, the damaged property, and the injured party's name? I need to know everybody involved. I need all this information.
Of course you do. Mr. Durham, what that is called discovery. And you have to do a request in writing.
Ma'am, I'm not part of your society. I don't have to follow those rules and regulations because you can't tell me where to find the rules and regulations for statutory jurisdiction. Where can I find a copy of the rules and procedures for statutory jurisdiction? Because that's what you're operating under, statutory law, right? A statutory jurisdiction. Where can I find the rules for that? Can you tell me where I can get a copy?
You have your request in writing for discovery, okay, sir? And she should be able to give you the police reports or whatever she has. She can email it to you so that you can prepare for trial.
Are you going to give me your oath of office and bonding information? That's including the name, address, and policy number of your bond? Are you going to give me that?
I don't even know what all of that is.
Your public officials surety bond. Just in case you violate my rights, all public officials must be bonded. You don't know what a bond is?
No, I don't.
I'm gonna write the treasurer, and they're gonna tell me the name of your bonding company. I'm gonna write the treasurer.
Myself, so I'm giving.
So you're not bonded. So you're not bonded, is what you're saying.
I've given you all the information that you need.
Okay.
This hearing, so you are all set, Mr. Durham. Unless you had other questions, You are all set, sir.
Yeah, I do have questions, but you won't answer them. You won't answer none of my questions. Are you operating under a statutory jurisdiction, a common law jurisdiction, or admiralty jurisdiction?
This matter is concluded, so you're all set.
Oh, so you, okay, I understand now. The bully tactic. Don't nobody want to answer questions, but they want me to comply with. I don't understand that. How am I supposed to have compelled performance if y'all don't want to answer no questions?
Well, guys, we've come to the end of this proceeding. And just like I told you guys, I figured Mr. Durham would have his super sovereign citizen head on, and he did. I felt Judge Evans handled the situation pretty well. Didn't really do a whole lot of back and forth with him. I mean, he kept bringing up something called subrogation. And she asked him, well, what is subrogation? And when she asked him again to explain it, you know, just like most sovereign citizens, he jumped on another bandwagon jurisdiction, this and that. And then eventually he came back to the subrogation, but he never explained what it was. And we see some of his charges: driving with an invalid driver's license. I was shocked to see the whole trying to pick up a prostitute thing, you know, because a lot of times when you hear these sovereign citizens talk, you know, they talk like they're just on this whole other level. So to see that he was charged with, you know, trying to pick up a prostitute, that was pretty interesting. But also we see he was going so hard that she just had to straight up mute him, and you just see his lips moving. It's like, you know, she told him, you're muted, and he still was just trying to talk until she eventually told him how to unmute the call. But with that being said, you know, basically the case has been continued, and this guy has multiple cases out there, some minor, some pretty major. If you guys want, I will go and find some more of his appearances. I didn't really keep up with him after that last appearance. So if you guys want me to find some more of his appearances, because I believe there's a lot out there, I will do so. But with that being said, guys, this is Sovereign Citizens Hall of Fame. And for now, guys, Sovereign Citizens Court is adjourned. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Appreciate you guys. God bless.
Gordon Cooley. Case number is 24TR65. Are you Gordon Cooley? You'll need to unmute your screen, sir.
Yes, I am the man that is that person.
So you're Gordon Cooley?
Yep.
Very well. State appears by Jill Gillette, County Attorney. Mr. Cooley, there's been an amended complaint filed on, it looks like, April 17th. You're charged with driving while suspended as a second offense for on or about March the 25th of 2024 in Elk County, Kansas. If indeed you have a prior conviction where this would be a second offense, that's a Class A misdemeanor. A Class A misdemeanor is punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a fine not to exceed $2,500. Additionally, with a second offense for driving while suspended, there's a mandatory 5-day minimum sentence. However, a person can be placed on probation from that, but there is mandatory sentence that would have to be imposed. Do you understand what you're charged with?
No, I don't quite understand those no, I don't.
What's your question in regards to what you're charged with?
Well, I think this is a matter of a mistaken identity. My persons was never involved in anything. I'm carrying my property from point A to point B. I have there's no vested interest of the state to even stop me. I'm exercising my God-given constitutionally protected rights. And I stated that to the man acting as the police officer. I didn't present him with a license.
You are charged, sir. Hold on. You're charged with driving while suspended, a second offense. That would indicate to me that you've had a first offense.
No.
Have you been in court before on this type of charge?
Nope, not on driving while suspended. No, I have not.
All right. Well, that is what you're charged with. You don't have to agree with it. You can certainly, that is an issue at trial if you feel you have a defense. As with the others that I've explained, you have certain rights. You are charged with a misdemeanor, so you are entitled to be represented by a counsel. And if you wish to apply for court-appointed counsel, if you meet the financial guidelines, I would appoint one to represent you. You also have the right to represent yourself. You also have the right to have counsel of your own choosing at your own expense. So at this time, if you wish to have a trial, if you wish to speak with an attorney counsel, would he qualify under any programs you have since you charge this as a second offense?
No.
All right. So apparently diversion wouldn't be an option for you. So if you're wishing to have a trial or to speak with an attorney, your plea at this time should be not guilty. If you wish to plead guilty, then we'd proceed to sentencing. But based upon what you're telling me, those would be issues that could be addressed at trial. So at this time, how do you wish to plead?
I don't plan to plea. I guess I'll answer in affirmative that Demers is not acquiesced to quasi-jurisdiction.
If you are if you're not going to enter a formal plea, you're standing mute, and I will enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf.
Okay, I exercise my right to trial by jury then. I'd like to face the man or the woman that claims I've done them harm or loss.
Mr. Cooley, if you wish to have a trial by jury.
I'm Gordy. I'm not Mr. Cooley. I'm Gordy. I'm a man. I'm not a person.
All right. Mr. Cooley.
Can I ask you a question, sir?
You need to be quiet for a moment. I'm going to explain what the situation is. You have the right to be represented by counsel. You entered a plea, refusing to enter a plea, which is fine. A person can stand mute, and I will set this matter for trial. If you wish to be or have a jury trial, you have the right to do so. However, you need to do that in the proper form. With a misdemeanor offense, you have to file a written motion for that request. Otherwise, it's set before the court. So you would need to do that in a timely way. If you're going to represent yourself, you would have to follow the rules as though you're an attorney. So all of those things would, most people don't have the training to where if they're going to do a jury trial, they're better off being represented by counsel. But that's a choice that you're going to have to make.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yes, you may.
Can there be a valid cause of action without an injured party?
Sir, that's not a valid question for what we're doing here today.
I've tried settling this matter in the private twice. If you have any papers in front of you with my signature on them, it's because that is what was required for me to get away from my captors. I don't understand what a man thinks that he has the authority to take another man and throw them in a box when they have harmed no man or woman. No claim has been brought against them.
You need to be quiet now. We're going to give you a court date, and you can advise me how you're going to proceed at that court date. If you're going to apply for a jury trial, then you'll need to make that application by that time. Otherwise, you'll be set for a bench trial. That's before the court. Sarah, could you give us a date, please?
What sort of time frame would you like, Judge? 30 minutes?
Approximately 30 days, 30 minutes would be fine.
We can do May 15th at 2:30.
Judge, I'm out that afternoon. We could do 11:30 if there's nothing else scheduled there.
We put that for a trial for an hour, didn't we? So
we could, if you only need 30 minutes, we could do the 11 to 12.
Well, we said something at 10:30, I believe, or was it the 10 o'clock that was set for trial?
It was the 10:30 to 11:30 that was set.
Okay, let's set this at 11:30 for a pretrial. So, Mr. Cooley, you will need to appear at the courthouse in Howard. And if you're going to file a motion for a jury trial, you need to have done so by that time. If you're going to hire an attorney, you need to do that. If you're going to apply for an attorney, I would suggest that you do that as soon as possible, so that you can have counsel at that time.
Am I going to be able to face the man or the woman that has a claim before me, or are you going to discharge the matter? If there's not a man or a woman here, then this matter needs to be discharged.
Sir, I've heard these arguments before, and those are not legal arguments? Somebody's made these things.
I'm not a member of the legal society.
Sir.
Can we bring the law to the court, please? Can we bring the law to the court?
Mr. Cooley, stop interrupting. At your hearing, if you have motions that you wish to have heard, you can file them in advance. I would strongly recommend you be represented by counsel. But your court appearance is May 15th at 11:30, and you are to be here in person.
I will invoke my common law rights.
Well, guys, we've come to the end of this proceeding, and not a whole lot of commentary here to be had. As we can see, Mr. Cooley, or should I say Mr. Gordy, just the same type of arguments. Is he going to be able to confront the person that has the accusation against him, when a lot of times we hear sovereign citizens use that when they know that there isn't a personal victim involved, but that's just a part of the sovereign citizen argument. And also, you heard him make the comment of, where do you guys get this power as another human being to be able to throw me inside of a box? But this is the laws of the land, right? This is where we live. These are the laws. And, for all of us, including myself, if I don't like it, then, either, I don't abide by it and continue to get in trouble, or have to go somewhere else where, they have laws that I feel are more acceptable to me. But with that being said, guys, once again, thank you as always for joining me here at Sovereign Citizens Hall of Fame. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. It is much appreciated. With that being said, guys, this is Sovereign Citizens Court. And for now, Sovereign Citizens Court is adjourned. Appreciate you guys. Talk to you guys soon. God bless.
I'm not threatening you. Say one more word, and that's 30 days. 30 days.